If you're an actor trying to build a real working career in the industry, then you're in the right place. I'm Shannon Sturges, and I've worked as an actor for over 30 years. And for the past 15 years, I have coached some of the top working actors in the business. So I have seen this industry from both sides. And I'm uniquely qualified, I think, to talk to you about how to get where you want and have a lasting career. Today, I am joined by Samantha Cochran, whose credits include The Perfect Girl and The Cure. And let's get into it. Sam, I'm so excited to have you.
Thanks for having
Um,
me.
and I like that you're at the beginning of your career. So
The very
some of
beginning.
these, but you've been working a lot. How long have you been working?
Working, I guess I don't even know. Are
Two
you counting
years?
commercials?
3 years? Yeah.
I've been on set for want to say like 3 years now. Yeah.
That's fun, isn't
No, it's amazing. I'm very
it?
grateful. I love it.
And so, what do you think was the turning point for you?
Mm, I feel like I still haven't had it, to be honest.
Oh, I
I
love
feel like
that.
I'm constantly not like looking for what's next, but I think every project that I do, I'm learning new things and growing in ways that I didn't know I was capable of. So I feel like the turning point hasn't necessarily happened for me yet. But there's definitely been growth in like exposure therapy of being on set, and each project has been better than the next.
Hmm.
And I'm grateful for that,
Oh, that's
honestly.
fun.
No, it's awesome.
Um, I guess I should look at my questions, but I don't know. I've noticed that you get called in a lot by the same casting directors.
Yes.
Do you know what they're saying about you? What they say
No
when they
idea. Literally no idea.
I know they say they love you.
Well, I hope so. I hope so. I feel like most of the times, I think the times that I have gotten called back or gotten put on hold and then I don't end up booking it, it usually comes down to a look. That's kind of what I tell myself to make myself feel better. Because I mean, genuinely though, I think it is at the end of the day down to a look. Like it's out of your control at that point. But I never leave the audition feeling like I could have done it better. I feel like I always give it my all, and then if it's not right for me, it's just not right for me, and I have to trust that that's what's right,
Yeah,
you know?
even if it's disappointing.
Exactly. It's like what else are you going to do? So, yeah,
Move on to the next one.
move on to the next. Yeah.
Have you noticed anything different about auditions that you book versus auditions that you don't book?
The auditions that I have booked, I actually hated them. No, genuinely. So, I think all to say, even if you don't feel your best after an audition, I think it I don't know, I think because literally in my experiences, the things that I have booked, I literally have hated every single one of them.
Do you
I'm
ever
not even
think you've
kidding.
like bombed them?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Oh, all the time. No, but not like I'm just like I'm my biggest critic. You know this.
yes.
I'm my biggest critic, but I think again, I have to just trust that I did my homework and I did the character work and I like whatever happens happens. That's kind of my mindset of like
She works so hard. You do.
no, I try. Well, I think I have to because I think if I don't, then like it's that's how I get there though, is the character work. I think it's so important. Yeah,
And yeah, you're always so prepared
I
for
try to
every
be.
audition. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and is there any rituals that you have before you have a big audition?
Yeah. Before I even look at the sides, or no, okay, well, I'll read the sides, but then the first thing I do is the character work. I don't even do anything else. I will read the script if they give it to me, and then I'll do all the character work, and then I'll memorize the lines. Because I think for me, as if I have the character already, the lines will come. You know, if you
Absolutely.
understand the character, that's what's most important. Like the lines are the last thing I'm worried about. I mean, to be honest, I be learning the lines literally the night before because to me, if I know the context of the scene and what's happening and what my character's feeling, that's what's most important,
Yeah.
you know? And the lines will come. So
And they always do.
and they always do.
And
And if you
you've had some
go
monster auditions.
literally. But if you again too, like if you always say this, but like when you go up on a line, you're probably going up on a line because you're feeling it for a reason, right? And I think that's so important too. Just I don't know, I think the character work itself is very important. So when you say rituals, sometimes too, I usually the morning of for an audition, I will spend it in silence and I will try and think, especially like when I'm getting ready, like what music would my character listen
Ah.
to? What how does she put on her makeup? Like what does she get dressed in the morning? Like what kind of this is so random, but like what kind of shirt would she wear? Like you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
little stuff like that.
A
But it
typical
helps.
day.
It helps. Yeah, living the
Your
life.
character lives all the time. This is one little
Exactly.
moment in their
A
life.
slice of their life.
Okay, so let's dive into class then a little bit. What
Okay.
are some of the things that you've loved or that you've found? Let me. What have you loved about me? No.
A lot. Where's the camera? A lot.
What are some of the things that you've learned in class? How has it
Mhm.
been beneficial to you?
Mm,
Has it ever messed with you at all? Or
no. I love class. Get in class. No, just or else no. But no, genuinely, I think well, I started class literally that was the first thing I did, honestly. And I would do it again. No regrets. I mean, I think class is so important. I know there's actors and obviously like to each their own. There's actors that think that they do better without class, which is great. And but for me, I'm the type of actor where I learn so much by watching. And I feel like
Yeah,
even I've had this conversation with you if I've had a busy week and I can't put up a scene, I still want to come to class, literally just sit and watch because I think you can learn so much by just watching and listening and seeing how other actors and how they perform, what choices they make, techniques they use. I think it's so important. And I feel like you can't really learn that unless you're in a class environment for me anyway. So I think class is super, 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 super important.
yeah, it is fun.
And
And
it's fun. And you get to meet so many people that are all so passionate about what you do. Like, it's amazing. Listen, I grew up hating school. I didn't go to college. Like, I hate school. Acting class, I look forward to it, genuinely.
and I so loved that you got partly the process of getting the perfect girl.
Literally, through class. You never know
Tell
who's in class.
tell that
You never know
story.
who's in class. Shout out Adeline Rudolph. But yeah, I did a working actors workshop with Shannon, and I ended up meeting my soon-to-be co-star, Adeline Rudolph, and she had recommended my name to one of the producers on Perfect Girl, and yeah, she kind of just threw my name in the jar, and things went off from there. But I don't think I would have been in this position had I not been in that act I no, that's a fact. I wouldn't have been in this
Yeah,
position of working on Perfect Girl had I not been in class. So, all to say, you never know who's watching, you never know, you know? So, I think moral of the story is class is just so important
yeah.
and it's fun. So just do it. Just do it.
Um, how did you get your first agent? And I think you're still with your
I
first
am
agent,
still
are
with
you?
my first
Yes.
agent. Um
Which is good. Maybe that'll forever be. I don't
Yeah,
want.
no, love Osbrink. They're the best. I honestly I got really lucky. I literally sent a hot girl email and I said, "Hey." Like and no, I was so honest and straight up. I had nothing. Literally, I had a headshot, a singular headshot and a dream. And I was very straightforward with them. I showed them my personality as much as I could and I just said, "Hey, like basically wrote an email saying I would love for you to, take the time to maybe consider me and like I would love to have a meeting if like you're interested." But I kind of just tried to sell myself as much as I could with literally nothing. Told them that I was taking classes and doing everything I can to basically show that I was dedicated to this and I wanted it even though I didn't have any experience. And I was fortunate enough that they did a Zoom call with me and then literally the next day they were like, "Hey, like," and then we actually coached for
Yes,
the audition process because you have to audition to get the theatrical agent. But yeah, and then since then, they've literally been great. They're amazing.
they really are. And
Yeah.
I think you were smart. even if it was just by luck,
Mhm.
that they were the right agency for you. They sort of
Yeah.
specialize in young people. You
Yeah.
were young, you still are a young
I was
person, but
Yeah, no, I was baby though.
yeah,
18, yeah.
yeah.
And then I actually got my manager through The Cure. And that was really cool because that I worked with David, and Alice Entertainment was his, or still is his manager, and he actually recommended me to them, which was really cool.
And they've
So,
been
and they've been
amazing, and they
great.
work.
Oh
Your
my
your
gosh.
team works so
My
well
team works so
together.
hard. Like, I love them down. Like, they can do no wrong. They're the best. I love them. No, they're so sweet. Yeah.
But you're not to make this a love fest, but you're a great client to have.
Thanks.
You respond to the email, you get
Right.
your auditions in on time, you
Yeah.
are prepared.
Mm.
Even if you've hated your audition, I don't think you've ever put in an audition that's bad. It might just be
No,
like where you're like,
no. I don't really
this
okay, I never really hate an audition, but Shannon loves to use the word shitty good, and I felt shitty good after a lot of our auditions,
Oh,
Shannon.
that's
But
true.
that's valid though,
Yeah.
because sometimes my auditions are wackadoodle-doo, so they be leaving me feeling shitty good. But that's what I mean when I say I'm like, well, the character doesn't feel good, so
Right.
obviously I don't feel
Right.
good.
The Perfect Girl was super fun.
Oh my gosh.
All of the Do you think there's anything that actors misunderstand about callbacks or anything that you misunderstood when
Yeah.
before you started getting
I
them?
think not necessarily a callback, but I think being put on hold.
Uh-huh.
I misunderstood because I think when I first started, I thought that being I didn't think that being I honestly thought like, "Oh, being put on hold, oh, I booked it.
Right.
Got the job. Yeah. No. No. No, no." But it doesn't, if anything though, cuz I hear people say like it's worse to get like podium but not get first place,
Mhm.
right? Like it kind of hurts a little bit more. But I don't see it like that because I think to me, I've won in so many ways. The casting director saw your face, the casting director pinned you. Like I think that at the end of the day, even though you didn't book the job, that's still such a big reward. And so I think it took kind of shifting that mindset a little bit when it started to happen. And I think since then, I'm still actively, figuring things out. But I think with that specifically, at the very beginning, I thought that that was like, oh, you haven't booked the job until the paperwork comes in, girl.
Yeah.
Like it's, yeah, yeah. But
And also being put on hold is basically saying like you could have the job.
right.
you
No,
know?
they do. I feel like they do everything in their power to make you feel like you have it,
Yeah.
but then you're like, but like you don't have it though. But again, though, it's still such a reward at the end of the day because you're getting recognized for your work, which is amazing. I mean, that's the most validation you're gonna get,
Yeah.
honestly.
And agents and managers, they're thrilled with that too.
Exactly. Yeah, I
They
think
know.
it's a win,
Yeah.
honestly. Even if you don't get it, I think a callback or getting pinned, that's a huge deal
Yeah.
for me anyway. I treat it like a big deal because why not, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. It is. I
Yeah.
mean, that's like, wow.
Mhm.
It's like a secondary callback.
Yeah.
For people who don't know, getting pinned, it actually comes from the idea that your picture is pinned up next to the rest of the cast.
Yes.
But what you don't find out is sometimes they've pinned more than one person.
Yes. Most times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not really pinned up there yet.
Yeah. But it's still cool
Yes,
and it's still awesome.
it really is.
Yeah.
Um, and almost all of your auditions have been self tapes, right?
Yeah. I've had That's crazy. Yeah. I'm post-COVID actor, so I'm self-tape girl. But I've done like Zoom auditions obviously,
Right.
and then I've done literally one in-person audition. And that's it.
And you didn't book
And I didn't book it. And I was scared. I was pooping my pants, to be honest. But yeah. Isn't that crazy?
and you prefer self tapes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's what you know,
Don't
and
cancel
it's
me. Sorry. But yeah.
well. And I always say that I think you can take bigger risks in
Well,
a
you
self tape. You don't
can.
have to send it in if you don't like it.
And here's the thing, not it that, but also for me, like I think when I went to my in-person audition, and listen, I know like a lot of actors prefer the in-person, but for me, I feel like I'm not nervous when I'm doing self-tape. So I'm showing you my full, like this is it. Like when I'm in an in-person audition, they're great, but like or even a Zoom callback, like I'm like shaking in my boots low key. So I feel like when I do a self tape, I get to explore more, take more risks, do something that might be stupid and then cut it after, just like kind of play more, which
Right.
I think is kind of cool. I think that's a unique opportunity that a lot of actors didn't have, back when self tapes weren't a thing.
Right.
So I think it's cool.
If you took a risk in the room and then it was like, "Oh, that was a bad
Right.
choice to make,"
Yeah, it's like, "Whoa,
you
whoa,
can't unring
can't
that
undo
bell.
it." Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, but I think I love self-tapes, me personally. So,
Do you think that there's something that actors might overcomplicate?
I think maybe I could sometimes get a little caught up in stage directions.
Ah,
Sometimes, I think especially when it has to do with something emotional. I think sometimes I may overcomplicate and try to force myself. I think you said these words, but ever since you've said like no one wants to watch someone try to cry. You want to watch someone try not to cry. I think that's where I was like, that's so true because I think in the past as an actor I thought it says she starts bawling, crying. It's like you have to force yourself to cry at that exact cue. It's like no. I think I used to really complicate trying to like get there from like a,
right,
aesthetic vibe rather than like literally just sitting back and whatever emotions happen. You can't force it. If you've done the character work and like your character chooses not to cry in that moment, maybe she doesn't want to cry,
right.
like you just have to trust it.
And if what they need are tears to fall, they can,
Yeah, or
blow irritating crystals into your eyes.
sure, like I don't know, like I think I'm so big on like I need something to motivate me. I can't just like I'm not one of those actors that can just cry on cue, I wish. But I know like I need something to motivate me, right? So whether that's doing a deeper dive in my character or doing a deeper dive in the scene or anything, just but I think yeah, in the past I've definitely complicated that. I don't know if that made sense. Probably didn't.
No, it made sense.
Okay.
Yeah. And stage direction, I think a lot of people overcomplicate.
I think
Is
so.
lots of, what does that mean?
Right.
Uh, Punctuation. Sometimes
Yeah.
people will like, oh,
Right.
you can make it a question even if there's not a question mark, or you can make it a statement even if they've written a question mark.
Yeah. I've even seen like I don't know, I forget what actor it was, but I've seen like a video where she literally takes the script and like starts uh blocking out the stage directions and I'm like,
Yes.
work.
Yep.
Love that. Yeah, cuz yeah, I get it.
I think it was Gene Hackman used to get scripts
Yeah.
that were devoid of anything other than dialogue.
Oh,
Would take everything else out.
love that
Yeah.
though cuz it leaves room for like to explore more, and to play, honestly.
And
I
not
don't like
impose
feeling
something
locked down.
else.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Because scripts are written to be read and performed. I
Mhm.
mean, by the network. So
Yeah.
sometimes stuff's in there that it's not really about how to direct the actor, how they
Right.
want the performance. So, do you have anything that you do before a big audition? Oh, you're in silence.
Yes, in
Yes. No, I did
silence.
ask.
Yeah, in
And how
silence.
about before a day on set?
Mm, yes. Okay. Well, like, what are you asking? Like, are you saying like anything I do like ritual wise before set?
Whatever you want to share.
Okay. Well,
Because it sounds like that's a yes.
because it is because
And
I'm.
if you don't want to share, you don't have
Oh
to.
no,
Okay.
I'm an open book, please. I first of all, I think before set, I am so my biggest fear is being late. I think it's so important for us actors to get to places on time. I think if my call time will say 6:45, I'm a freak that gets there at 6 a.m. and sits in my car literally waiting. No, I'm not even kidding.
Oh,
Like
I love
I'm
that. No, that's
not
me.
I am like I have slept through one audition in my whole life. Never again, trauma, don't want to talk about it. But yeah, I think in the morning, again, it's kind of similar to like my audition process, but I always wake up a lot earlier than I have to just kind of, take that beat, take that moment and think kind of what my character's thinking. Again, it's similar to my audition process, I guess, but I just really like to try and live the character a little bit before I go to set. I don't know, it really helps me.
How could it hurt?
How could it hurt? And also just like again, doing whatever it is I need to do the night before. I like to do stuff the night before, to be honest, like whether that's write a diary entry as my character
Oh,
or again listen to the music. I just do like these little weird things that help me, get into it. I
I
don't know.
think to kind of take yourself out of your regular Sam life.
Exactly.
You know, okay,
Right.
this is
Mhm.
different. Makes it a little
Makes
trying
it
to,
fun, I
yeah.
guess. I kinda, like, romanticize it a little bit, cause even so for Jay, like, the girl I just played in Perfect Girl, I made, like, a Pinterest board for her, and so I literally made, like, a playlist curated for her. I made a Pinterest board for her, like, got little things that, like, I thought reminded me of her, like, I don't know, I got her her own journal. So, like, I had a Jay journal, and I don't know,
Oh,
it just makes it fun, you know?
yeah.
It's kinda cute.
You don't feel like you feel like you're actually doing something because so often as actors,
Yeah.
we feel like we just got lucky.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I've got work. I'm putting work into it.
Yeah.
And doesn't have to be like coal mine work. It can be
No.
fun work, but
It
it's
can be
still
fun.
work.
Girl, I decorate my book with stickers. I said, "Oh my god, I'm so cute." No, literally. Like, that's me.
I
I just
love
love
that
it.
so
All the little
much.
note taking, my highlighters, I'm like having a ball. It's so much fun.
Oh, you're gonna have to save those.
Oh my gosh, I save all of them.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. Maybe they'll be in,
Oh my gosh.
you can refer to them when I think,
I write some crazy stuff in there, I won't lie.
yeah,
I think I yeah.
I think it was for Mikey Madison when she was auditioning for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood,
Mm.
like created like a journal as her character,
Love.
and like cut off a piece of her hair and put it
Oh,
in
I
there and
love that.
stuff,
See, I
right?
love weird shit like that. Oh
Yeah.
my god, I'm obsessed. Yes, inspired. See?
And she was a Manson follower in that. So,
No, I
she got to
love
be a little
that.
weird. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Amazing.
How do you handle nerves on set or do you get nerves on set?
I love this question. Um, I actually do not get nervous on set. However,
Yay.
however, I get really nervous in the preparation of going to set. And I think for
Like in your
me,
trailer
I
or
think no, I think it's like okay, so for Perfect Girl, for example, I think it's the uncertainty before I literally get to the project or get on site, right? I think it's I get really nervous, like, oh, I get in my head, like, am I not good enough? Am I, I start to second guess myself. But I think because I do so much of my own personal work that works for myself, by the time I get on set, I'm actually not nervous at all. And I'm grateful to myself for that because I feel like that's kind of like a gift in a way where like I'm so confident that I've done my homework that I'm like, I'm just gonna have fun now. And I think that's why I'm so like I love, 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 love the preparation and the work before you get to set. I think that's why I'm not nervous on set, to be
then
honest.
everything else can be
Because then
easy.
everything else can be easy. And it's like you're literally just like living the life, right? You don't have to necessarily, I don't know, get nervous. And even if I am nervous for a scene, I always think my character is probably nervous then.
Yes.
So
I love that.
yeah, there's that.
So we've talked about Perfect Girl a little bit. So I kind
Mm-hmm.
of want to talk about maybe some of the differences between The Cure and The Perfect Girl or any of your other because shooting out of the country,
Mm-hmm.
such a high profile, having to do the singing and the dancing and everything in Perfect Girl. What are some of the differences? Or was there more stress? I mean, your role in The Cure was really difficult as well.
Yes. Um, I think it was stress in different forms. I think for the cure, I mean, to be honest, I think I was really stressed because I had no idea what I was doing. That was my first project. I shot that 3 years ago now, which is crazy. But I think, yeah, again, that was stressful because it was stressful, but in a way kind of beautiful because it was more like I was so naive. I didn't know anything.
Hmm.
And all I was thinking, like, okay, just show up and do your job. Like, that's all, right? That's like literally all I knew
Hmm.
what to do. So I think that The Cure was definitely, obviously, a really hard character to take on, especially for my first role.
Hmm.
Allie is crazy complex and she has a crazy story. But I think with with Perfect Girl, a lot of that stress was catered probably more towards like the dancing, going to Thailand for 2.5 months. Like, I think that, yeah, I think that's kind of
Yeah,
the
I think you
difference
were
between
working
that.
so hard on that, you didn't have a
Whew,
chance to.
whew. But again, right? Like those K-pop trainees, like I not to say that I'm method, but I do really lean more towards the not method, but like trying to put myself in my character's shoes.
I think different people mean different things by method, and so I think method
Yeah.
has gotten, like, a bad rap
Yeah, yeah,
of,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
but I think,
I'm like
you
scared
know.
to say that, but I'm
Right,
like, no,
you're
but
no, you're
like,
being methodical. You're not saying you
yeah.
have to call me by my character name,
No.
but you're living as the character, which I think is method.
I think
Yeah.
so, cuz like when I was training for Perfect Girl, like I was literally training like 24/7. I'm not even kidding. Like I was doing like everything that I did from when I booked it to when I left for Thailand, it was to help my character and to help whatever was going to get me into that zone or I trained really hard. So,
Yes.
and but I loved every second of it and I do it again. You know, like it was amazing. I loved it. Like what a cool opportunity to get to do things that you wouldn't normally do unless like I mean, I'm not a K-pop star, but like, you know, like it's
But you were.
how cool it
You
is
were
to become
for, a
one.
few months.
Exactly. Like it's so cool and it's such a unique experience. It's what's fun about acting. So
Yes.
you get to play these things that you would never it's like I'm like a child. I'm like I want to be this girl. Fun.
Yes, you get to live somebody else's life for a little bit, and it's like, "Oh, she
Exactly.
dresses differently, and she,"
Right?
you know.
Exactly. No, it's so fun. She talks differently. Ooh, yeah, it's fun. I
Yeah.
love it.
Is there ever anything that you feel your reps or other people, reps in general, do that might frustrate actors or you, and anything that you know that actors or you might do that frustrate your representatives?
Hmm. Um I mean, in my experience, my agents can do no wrong. They've been, I mean, genuinely, they've been
I might agree.
great. Yeah, no, literally. Um, I think maybe like again, this isn't even like their fault, but I think just for me, what I've struggled with in the past, which is something that I've had to like get over, is like the constant rejection and also like no feedback.
Yeah.
You know, because I think for me, right, I'm so like, I love to put in all my all for every audition. So I think there's been times where I've gotten drained and I'm like, I'm giving you all this work and my time, and then I'm not hearing anything.
Right.
Right. And that's hard. I mean, it gets, but that's part of it.
Yeah.
And I think
No news is good
no
news.
news is good news. And I think it's
If they don't
just
like it, they'll tell you.
exactly. I think it's just like shifting that mindset for me anyway. That
Yeah.
was like my learning curve of like, okay, you know what? It's not about that. And I'm still going to put in
I've
my
gotten
all.
frustrated for you. I'm like, what are you talking about? I know there was nobody who did this character like Sam did.
Oh
I
my
know it. And I'm like,
gosh.
"Ah, all right.
But then again, I'm like, you know, it came down to a look. It's fine.
Right.
Because again, like I've never, I guess I'm a hypocrite because I've never really sent in an audition and thought I could have done it better. So when you say, have you hated any of
Yeah.
your auditions? Like maybe, but like I never have regretted or thought that I could do it better than I did.
It's interesting because I've asked other people the question about bombing, and that always seems to be an in the room situation,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, the one time I went in person, I went up on my line and I was like, no, it was, but it wasn't even bad. Like
Uh,
it was like obviously I was just really nervous, but
yeah.
that's like my only like bombing experience I have
Right.
because
So when you do a self tape, you have so much more control than
yeah,
you do when you're in the room.
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
But back to your question,
yes.
I think something that actors can do that might make your agents or reps upset, I think is sending in half-ass work. I think when you don't do the work, or not even if you don't do the work, because every actor is different and their process is different, but I think if it comes off as like you're just sending it in to send it in,
Yeah.
it's like, like why not give it your
You're
all?
wasting everybody's time.
Right. It's like why not give it your all? I treat every listen. I do not take any audition I get for granted because they're hard to come by. They're hard to come by, you know? Like I literally am so grateful for every opportunity I get. Point blank period. So, I'm going to take that even if it's 3 lines. Even if it's 1 line. Who cares? Like I'm still going to put in the work and I'm still going to make cuz like that's what's fun about it. You have to make it fun. You
Yeah.
know, it's important. So,
Have you ever turned down an audition?
I think like the only times I ever turned down an audition, and again, I'm so early in my career,
Hmm.
like I feel like I can't really turn down auditions at this point. I'm willing to do whatever
Right.
right now. But I think the only ones I have turned down were if I felt there was maybe unnecessary nudity or something that maybe I wasn't necessarily comfortable yet.
Mhm.
Doesn't mean I won't be in the future, but if I thought it didn't make sense,
Mhm.
I think I've like auditioned or like not auditioned twice.
But you are allowed to say
Of course, you are
no.
allowed to say no. No, that's a choice that I
Yeah,
make to be
right,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, yeah, I could be down. Oh, yeah, I'm down."
Because
Like,
sometimes you feel really bad to be actors will be like,
yeah,
"Oh, well, and your agents will let you know if it's one that you shouldn't turn down."
exactly. Right,
They'll be
right,
like,
right.
"I think we can work something, you
Yeah.
should really read for
No,
this."
yeah, you
Yeah.
can absolutely say no.
And
I
you've got
think
that much trust with them too,
I'm
you
so
know.
comfortable with my agents. Like, and when I told them no, I was like very confident about it. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, not for me. But I'm here to try. Since I'm so early in my career, I'm here to try anything. Like, I would love, I feel like though I do get really good auditions. I feel
Mhm.
like I haven't really gotten like bad auditions, I guess. I feel like every audition there's something cool about it.
Yeah.
I like the characters I get. So my agents do a great job. They're
They do.
awesome.
So a lot of the work that you've done has to do
Yes.
with horror, psychological horror. Anything difficult about that more so than something else?
Yeah, I think especially with the VHS project I did, I think it's here's what I'll say. First of all, I think horror auditions are the hardest auditions I've ever received because you're having to create literally something horrifying. And I think what I learned a lot from VHS or The Cure or any of these projects is having to go from 0 to 100 just like that.
Right.
That's hard. And that's actually not something that I had done in class prior to, or just ever prior to the VHS film. Like, I think having to really, right, you talk a lot about like sense memory and how to channel different emotions, but I think fear is one that's
Yeah.
really hard. And I'm still learning how to do it as we speak. But I think that's like, it was challenging.
As like in The Cure, the people who were, I don't want to give anything away,
Hmm.
but the people who are
Right.
causing the horror,
Yeah.
the actors playing those were wonderful
Oh,
people that were
amazing.
really wonderful and nurturing to
Yeah.
you. So then you've got to be terrified of them.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's definitely finding whatever technique works for you, obviously. But yeah, no, it's really hard. And it's not something that now that I've done it, I can say like, oh, I know what works for me. But I think it literally took me having to just get on set and figure it out,
And we've
you
had some
know?
screams in some of your auditions.
That's what I'm saying. Like the horror auditions are so hard because it's like you really have to create. You have to use your imagination. But they're also really fun. And I
Yes,
love horror. And apparently people like to see me scared. So that's cool.
you've got a great
I
scream.
got a great scream.
We try not to do it too much. We want to
My
save the
poor
voice.
neighbors. Yeah. They're probably like,
Do they know what's going on? Have you ever
no.
had anybody?
No, shocking though, cuz guys, like when I scream.
I
Like
know.
and
Yeah.
like I'm honestly kind of offended that no one's come to check on me. Whatever, it's fine.
Some people put notes on their front door. I'm
Yeah.
an actor auditioning. Don't worry if you hear
Oh,
screaming,
that's smart.
which is probably a really good thing for like a serial killer to do.
Yeah.
To put
Yeah.
that on the door
Yeah. Oh my
before they.
gosh, imagine. But like it's like what? We film
I think we found your next role.
maybe oh my gosh, genius. Genius. Yeah. Kind of offended that no one's ever been like, "Hey, you okay?" They probably hear me do it like 5 times and like, "All right, she's fine."
Right. Just it's the same thing.
Yeah, she's fine. She's probably mad.
Uh, it's funny because a lot of these questions that I have are for more seasoned actors, right?
Mhm.
Like one of them is like, "Have you ever wanted to quit?"
Right.
And I don't think so.
I know.
No,
I
and I
mean,
don't see that happening for you either.
yeah,
Even if there's a drought period, I
yeah.
don't see that.
I think I'm just like I think I just love it so much. I think I've just always really loved it since I was literally little. So it's like, but again, I'm still so young. I'm still so early into like, who knows? Like, right? That's what they all say. They're like, oh, I never thought I could quit. And then it's like, you've been doing it for so long. It's like, yeah, I'm sure there are points where it gets hard. But I think right now, I mean, obviously, yeah, no, there's never been even a possibility of me quitting. That's never been on the table. Doesn't mean that it doesn't get hard. Like,
Do you have any interest in directing or producing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely. Down the line when I'm
yeah.
more experienced. But
Uh-huh.
like, yeah, no, I think it would be amazing. I love anything film related.
Mhm.
I just love the arts, whether it's through dance or acting or anything. I just love the creativeness and like the freedom.
How do you think dance has helped you with your acting?
Oh, dance has helped me a lot because I think dance is just another form of expression and it's just another form of storytelling. And I think the way you move your body, I feel like dance has just kind of allowed me to like even just like loosen up in scenes sometimes.
Mhm.
Cause I think actually before I was a dancer, I I had an acting coach tell me, not you, but another one tell me that I was really stiff and like I was like too grounded, where
Uh-huh.
they were like, it's okay to like move, Sam. And I was like, oh yeah, right. But I think being a dancer, it's allowed me to be more comfortable in my own body and like kind of my choices that I make movement wise in a scene, if that kind
Mhm.
of makes
It
sense.
absolutely makes sense.
It's also helped me too a lot with like stunts. I've had to do
Mm.
some stunts, so I feel like choreography, anything with choreography, I'm pretty quick about picking it up, which is a cool thing to have under my belt.
And also you have some awareness of your body and how to
Yeah.
protect your body and how it works
Mhm.
and what,
100%. Yeah.
because a lot of people aren't connected to their bodies,
Sure.
which
Yeah.
is unfortunate.
Yeah, which is fine. We'll figure
But
it out.
but but
We
but
got
dance
this.
helps, yeah.
No, dance absolutely helps.
And is there, so in your relatively short career,
Mhm.
what are some high points?
I think definitely um well, I think one, traveling for the first time
Uh-huh.
for work. Oh my gosh. I mean, I literally could not have asked for a better experience with that. The people I met, the things I learned, I'm like baffled that I was given that opportunity to do something like that. Truly. And I mean, honestly, it, not to be dramatic, but like I think it changed my life. Like I think being somewhere like Thailand for 2.5 months and working under the people that I got to work with, it's like I learned so much from everybody on that set. So I think honestly that's probably my, and that was recent. So that's
Yeah,
a high for me.
I would.
100%.
Yeah. Okay. Any low moments?
Any low moments? I mean, uh no. I
Yeah.
no, because I listen, I'm just happy to be here, guys. I'm just no, really, like any
No.
opportunity I'm given, I'm just happy to be here. Like I have like I'm myself's biggest critic. So I'm like, are you sure you want? Are you sure? You sure? But again, I think also it's me finding that confidence
Uh-huh.
too as I continue to do this and like being like, no, like they chose you for a reason. But sometimes I really have to remind myself of that because I will get in my head.
They
And
are really lucky to have you.
I hope so. But yeah, I think it's definitely like reminding myself at times, like, no, like they chose you.
Right.
You are meant to be here, you
And you
know?
can be both
Yeah.
humble and yet confident.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That it's
Yeah.
you're not thinking you're the greatest thing, but
No.
you know that you know what you're doing and you put your work in. And that's,
Exactly.
if there's ever a moment where you're like, and you're like, oh no,
Yeah.
most other people don't, that aren't working. I think that's one of the big people who are
Yeah.
working or putting the work in. So,
Mhm.
yay.
Yeah.
Highlights, lowlights. Okay.
Highlights, lowlights. There were a
uh,
lot of questions.
I know.
I was like, whoa.
I'm skipping a lot of them, but or yeah, I
Fair.
don't know. See, but we kind of answered a lot of these. Like, what do you tell yourself when you don't book?
Hmm.
Different look,
Down to a look.
right? And it's
Simply
true,
wasn't for me.
right?
Something
Um,
bigger and better is coming.
okay. Do you feel legit yet? Do you feel
No.
like okay?
Shannon, what kind of question is that? Never. I never will. Ever. Oh my
You
God.
might.
Maybe.
You
Knock on
might.
wood.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Manifesting.
There's
Hopefully.
those moments where it might be like, "Oh, okay. Now
My I've made it moment. Yeah, no.
not I've made it, but there's another sort of plateau
I
that you've
see.
reached or
I see.
something, like
I
a
see.
series regular or
Yeah,
something would be
sure.
like,
Right.
"Oh, okay, that
Yeah.
this is new.
Yeah.
This is fun."
Yeah, no, I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
But I think if I keep doing what I'm doing, I think it'll happen eventually.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sooner rather than
I
later, I
hope
believe.
so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Okay. People need your look all the time. But anyway, okay.
It's okay. I got it.
Oh, okay. What was a turning point in your career? Yeah.
I don't know.
um, is there anything that you wish that you'd started done earlier in your career?
I think I wish I just started earlier, period. But I think no, I think I think I did everything in the right way.
Yeah. And
And
you started
it
very young.
started, yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
comparatively.
yeah. Yeah.
Since in class I don't take anybody under 18.
Oh, really?
So, no.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Well,
actually makes sense.
think about
Cause
some of the
no,
things I say.
I literally just like I was like, why? That's
Yeah.
why. Yeah, that makes sense.
I
Yeah.
have some young people that I work with, and I try to remember to like turn that plaque on my desk around.
Wait, what does it say?
No bullshit allowed.
Right. That's it's like the least,
I
like
know.
that's like not even
That's
bad
tame
compared
Shannon.
to, yeah, that's not even bad compared to what she's in the class. No, but it's great. Come, it's so much fun. No, literally though. But yeah, I feel like I literally got into class the second I knew I wanted to take it seriously, and I think for a lot of actors that is the right step,
Yeah.
right? So,
What are you doing when you're not working or auditioning?
um, taking class.
No, that's a
Literally
good,
taking
yeah.
class. Also though I've this is new, but I've been inspired to someone I learned this from a friend on set, but he was kind of talking about how, acting's hard, and what's hard about it is the inconsistency of it.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, there's times where I have 10 auditions, not literally, but like low key. Like sometimes
Yeah.
I'll have like 4 auditions in a week, and then I'll go 2 months without auditioning. And it's like that constant like not knowing like what your day to day is going to look like. And I think what he said was like whenever I'm not auditioning or not working, I make it my life goal to find new hobbies, new things to put under my belt. So I think whether that be like, so I started recently taking like martial arts classes because
Oh,
down the
great.
line I would love to do an action movie.
Uh-huh.
So I'm learning Japanese. Down the
Uh-huh.
line, I would love to do some work in Japan and work overseas. Like, it's just finding little things that I can add to my, not my resume, but add to my skill level that could build my craft, literally. Taking
And
singing lessons, like anything,
and one of the most wonderful things about being an actor is that anything that you take up
Yeah, it could probably be
counts.
used. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
No,
it
it's
just
literally
makes you a
true.
better rounded person.
It's true, and it's
It's so
fun.
rare that you'll actually play an actor.
Right.
You're going to play somebody who has hobbies and other
Exactly.
things. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
neuroplasticity is good for your brain. Trying new
Mm.
things. So,
Mm.
anyway,
Good to
that was
know.
good advice. That was very
Period.
good advice.
Mm.
What do you think actors should stop spending money on?
Oh my god, that's a good
I
question.
know.
Ah,
Because actors make this town run. It's their money, you
yeah.
know?
Um, I don't think there's anything that I think everything that I've spent money on, I don't regret it. Like
Yeah.
I think I'm very fortunate to be able to, get a private lesson or take an acting class. I mean, I think it's like I don't take that for granted, but I don't regret spending money on that.
Hmm.
I don't think there
No.
really is anything. Okay, I'll say this. I I used to literally get like I used to try and get like the microphones for my self tape or
Uh-huh.
like the backdrop and like the expensive lights. I don't do that anymore. I
Right.
literally just I
Yeah.
this wall, camera and a tripod. Boom. Done. Easy. If you could see the way like my computer is set up so that you're my eye line, you would laugh. I have like a suitcase on top of my desk. Like,
You fell the other
I
day.
fell the other day. Like I died. Shannon had proof. It was crazy. But like that's what I mean. Like I think back when I first started, I thought I literally needed like these types of lights and like all this expensive equipment. But no, I think it's
But see, that's great advice.
yeah, I mean, because I spent my money on like the backdrop and everything, which is great though, because sometimes I see other auditions with like the backdrop and the professional lighting, and I'm like, damn, that looks really good. But like again, sometimes your acting is enough, you know? So
Right.
if you can't afford it, it's fine, you know?
Yeah.
Like simpler the better
So
sometimes.
these are not things that you've spent money on, but like
Hmm.
I would say to people like spending a lot of money creating a reel.
I don't have one,
Yeah.
and I don't plan on having one because I don't think
Because you've got self tapes.
I think, and honestly, I
Because,
think my self tapes are the best work I've put up
yeah.
in my career thus far, which is very short. But no,
And
really.
some of those things you've booked and then have been, so
Exactly.
I
Like
think,
you could do so much with the self tape, and I think that's what I say to people when they're like, "Oh, like how did you book an agent or how did you get an agent with no experience?" Like and they kind of are like, "Oh, I'm not going to reach out to agents yet cuz I don't have a reel or I don't have this XYZ." And I'm like, take a video in class and send that in. Like I'm telling you, like that because that's literally what I did. Like I just did a self tape with you and
yeah,
sent it into my agent, and they were like, they just want proof that you can act. You know,
right.
that's all they're looking
And how
for.
you look on tape,
Exactly. They don't need a professional reel. I think,
Yeah.
yeah. In my experience, I've never sent out a reel, but
Yeah.
I think self tapes and literally my favorite pieces of work that I've done have been in class, honestly. So I think even maybe just taking a video in class.
Yeah.
Like I wish I filmed that monologue I did
I
last
do
week.
too.
It's okay though.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
No.
we
In the
all,
moment.
those of us who saw it,
Yes.
Sam did to say it was an amazing monologue is really underscore. It was
That's kind.
epic and it was amazing. And
Thank you. Left me feeling shitty good.
it was amazing.
Thanks.
You would have won every award that
No, oh
there
my god,
is
please.
if
No.
anyway. Um, See, now I've got a couple of fast ones, but I know the answers. But anyway,
Do you?
self taper in person,
Self-tape, don't cancel me, sorry.
comedy or drama.
Mm. Mm.
That I don't know the answer to.
Uh, uh, oh god. Both.
Yeah, Teddy tried for dramedy.
Both. Okay, I'm gonna say drama. However, someone put me in a comedy. I think I'm capable. Come on, just give me a
Oh
chance.
my gosh! So
I only
yeah,
get
yeah,
drama.
yeah. That's true.
Yeah, or not that that's a bad thing, but like
No,
I think I would do. I think I would do great on like a
I think so too.
comedy. Like I think I'm funny. People don't, but it's fine. I think I'm funny. That's what matters at the end of the day.
Network or indie lead?
A good script.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay, good answer.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say network because you've done indie leads.
Yeah, but no, I think a
Okay.
good listen, a good script.
Best audition advice in 5 words.
Risks, listen, present, play, and this is too I can't. I'm not gonna cuss. Can I cuss?
I think you can. You already have.
Oh, have I?
Yeah, and so have my other
Okay,
guests.
good. Fuck it. Just fuck it. Like who like just go for it. Go for it. That's 6 words. Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay.
Those are all great words. I'll
They're
have to.
good, right?
Yeah, yeah. Advice that you wish you'd heard when you started.
Personal to me, but I,
Hmm.
I think that I have a voice in on set, I guess. That's kind of random. Just
No.
something I took from my last project
Uh huh.
that I don't know, I learned a lot from I think also no, let me answer like acting wise. Um I think take more risks is something I wish I learned sooner. And I don't really actually know when I started to kind of like care less in
Hmm.
a way, but I think when I first started, I was so fixated on making every audition like so perfect or like
Hmm.
so like I remember like I would literally tape my auditions for I'm not even kidding like 3 hours and just do it over and over again because I'm like, oh no, I don't like it, oh no, I said that word weird, no, I'm not even kidding, like I was
No,
like
I've.
obsessed. And so I think the idea of like not caring, that's not the word, but kind of just like letting loose and just playing, having fun with it. I think I wish someone told me to like have more fun Like, stop trying to make it perfect. Stop trying to do it for someone else. Do it for yourself.
Yeah.
I think that's what,
Oh, that's
yeah,
great advice.
yeah, I think that's what I would say.
Couple of things. What do you get out of acting class,
Mm-hmm.
and why do you think people should be in an acting class?
Okay. Here's what I get out of an acting class. I get to put up work that I'll probably never get to do in my career. I get to do things that are nominated for best screenplay. Like, and I'm that's, it's fun to work with really good work,
Hmm.
It's fun to, I don't know, maybe play a character that I'm, again, like, not gonna play. I don't know. It's just fun to experiment, and it's a safe space to experiment. No one's judging you. No one's making fun of you. If anything, people are learning from you. People are getting inspired. And I think it's just a great way to me, it's like conditioning, where it's like I'm just like maintaining my acting in class. I don't know if that makes sense, but like to me it's like, I don't know, I just think class is like, for me it's like super important
Yeah.
for me.
Yes.
Everyone's different though, but
Well, I think it has a lot of success with
yeah.
translates to making you feel confident in what it is that you're doing,
100%.
and
100%. And I learned so much, again, how I was saying earlier, but like I learned so much by just watching, truly. Like,
and you know, Adeline seeing you and
yeah,
recommending you, and
right.
Will got that really big audition because somebody else in
Mhm.
class recommended him for
I mean, shout out
series
to Will
regular.
too, but genuinely, like when I first started class, kind of what I was saying earlier about how someone told me I was really stiff.
Hmm.
Will is so good with the way he moves, right? Talk about risk.
Yeah.
Will be taking all the risk, right? I genuinely learned that from him when I first started acting classes, funny
Yeah.
enough, and I was like, "Oh my god, like this guy's crazy. Like he's just doing whatever he wants." But it's like, "Whoa, it's so compelling, you know?" So it's finding little things and isms and techniques that other actors use, but you learn that from going to class and seeing how people put up their work. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
I love it.
If any managers or agents are looking for new talent, Will. Okay.
Serious. Oh my gosh. Seriously, guys. Come on.
Thing in this conversation stood out to you? I want to hear what it was. So I read and I appreciate all of your comments. And if you're serious about building an acting career and you're ready to do what you came here for, please subscribe. And I'll see you next time.